The United States wants to strengthen our partnerships across Africa in ways that serve your interests, our interests, and the interests of people worldwide, whose lives and futures depend in part on what we can achieve together.
If you see me in the streets, better holler at me. Seeking for a beat, throw them dollars at me. I don't like defeat, take that away from me. You tryna be like me, you couldn't handle my story. But we gon' let you know, we gon' let you know. We gon' let you know, we gon' let you know.
The States wants to strengthen our partnerships across Africa in ways that serve your interests, our interests, and the interests of people worldwide.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing, man? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to yet another episode of Mr. J's Reaction. And if this is your first time seeing this dude, man, they call me Jay. I'm motherlandian, I live in the diaspora, and for the past couple of days, man, I do drop vlogs every day talking about issues and news that comes out from Africa. News that has to do with the way the West and their allies and its allies have been treating us Africans, man. But before we get started, if you're not done it, please do pause, man. Don't forget to give us that thumbs up, hit that like button until you get a blister. I'm just kidding, man. And do not forget to be part of the family. I know that you're going to love what we do on this platform. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with all the vlogs that Mr. J has been dropping about Africa topics, and a fan reached out to me and was like, yo, Mr. J, I want you to check out this video of Secretary Blinken, his trip to Africa a couple of months ago, and how they have been continuously feeling uneasy with the creation, with the evolution of BRICS, China, Russia in Africa. So we are going to talk about it, but let me back it up and let's get started. And I want you to chime in. I want to hear what you have to say, and Mr. J is going to give his own opinion. Let's talk.
The States wants to strengthen our partnerships across Africa in ways that serve your interests, our interests, and the interests of people worldwide.
United States wants to strengthen partnership across Africa in ways that supports our interests and their interests and people across the world who matter. I'm paraphrasing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's been centuries, man, decades, that the United States has been in Africa, and never have they ever thought about the African people. Never have they ever thought about the interests of the African people. If it's not backing and supporting leaders that the African people never ever liked, like dictators, we can talk about Mobutu and a whole lot of them that the American regime or the country as America has supported over history. These people went on to do terrible things to fellow Africans. All of a sudden, you guys now want to strengthen that partnership in ways that would benefit us Africans. How about making reparations for the things you did in the past? How about accepting your mistakes in the past? And how about just accepting the fact that you guys have not been doing nothing for the past decades and centuries that you've been in Africa? Matter of fact, you've helped destroy Africa, you and your allies. If it's not helping to assassinate some of the leaders in Africa that were actually standing for their people, it's either you help to promote and propagate propagandas that is not even beneficial, and you put policies in place. This is crazy, man, but we all know why they are doing this. We all know that China and the BRICS is giving them a run for their money, and all of a sudden they want to come to Africa now and talk about our own benefits. We all know what you want, man.
Our interests and the interests of people worldwide, whose lives and futures depend in part on what we can achieve together.
What can we achieve together? We've been trying to let you guys understand that this is what we want. You come in, you promote your own agendas, and then you get resources for you and your allies. Never ever have I seen an American regime that came to Africa. And you know what? We are going to build a policy that is going to help the infrastructure of Africa evolve to be sustainable, that they will not need any stress. But you only go to places when you see resources that you and your allies want. Yeah, you develop that infrastructure, and then after that, that is it. This is crazy.
Together. And as a sign of our commitment to our partnerships across the continent, President Biden intends to host the U.S. Africa Leaders Summit to drive the kind of high-level diplomacy and engagement that can transform relationships and make effective cooperation possible.
So that U.S. African summit, which we saw some of our presidents going there and throwing their fellow brothers under the bus, especially the Ghanaian president that did drop a reaction to that a couple of hours ago. Go check it out. Why all of a sudden all of these things matter? Us as Africans, we need to start asking ourselves these questions. Why all of a sudden these things matter to you guys? Because you guys now see that there is a superpower in Africa that is doing way better in a short period of time than what you guys have not been able to do for centuries and centuries. Your policies, when you are making policies, every American president that has been in place for the past 70 years, its policies was always shaped around different issues. And then when it came to Africa, Africa was relegated to the back as beggars. People who need help, people who need civilization, people who are past, people who, just because BRICS was not in existence and, all of a sudden you want to do that.
Relationships and make effective cooperation possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, so I just want to say this, man. This is an eye-opener. You feel me? This was last year. This was something, an article that came in last year, like the fan reached out to me. But let's keep asking ourselves these questions as Africans. Why is it that the West and its allies, they have not been able to elevate infrastructural programs and progress in Africa? Why is it that the West, for the past decades, you guys have been stealing resources, gold, diamond, copper, bauxite, iron ore, petrol? You guys have been taking that from Africa, but never have you ever thought about building infrastructures that link Africa up. I'm talking about railways, I'm talking about superhighways. If you look at Europe today, man, they are linked up. Railways and superhighways, I'm talking about good roads. If you look at North America, man, they are linked up. America, Canada, Mexico, they are linked up. Good, beautiful road. Infrastructures. Why haven't you guys pushed for these things? No, but when you think about Africa, you think about the crazy stuff. You think about making them ensure that the LGBT programming and shit like that. Why is it that all of a sudden, this is a question that I'm asking. So I will end this vlog by saying this. Do you think that America and her allies are genuinely concerned about us Africans, or this is just a way to spike the fact that China is already having a knee in Africa and is helping building the infrastructural networks? They are doing it. Airport, seaport, roads, projects, stadiums, hospital. You feel me? Why didn't these people do these things back in the day? Leave a comment. Leave your own point of view, man. We are all here to chime in. That's my time. I'm out.
Creation, reaction, God. Big up TRB family. Mr. J, I see you. I know some artists don't do this. God bless you and your families.